California residents are frustrated with the mask mandates from the past year and a half. One San Diego mother is calling out the Board of Supervisors for all the requirements and restrictions that businesses had to put up with.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Melissa O'Connor. I'm here to speak on behalf of not only myself, but my 4 kids, ages 16, 8, 4, and 1. I do not consent to the following: lockdowns or arbitrary closures of schools, businesses, or places of worship. Mask mandates, especially for children, COVID vaccine passports, or the continued state of emergency solely to receive taxpayer funding unethically, as we are no longer in a state of emergency. Just months ago, I could walk through Target sipping a Starbucks coffee, but the independent coffee shop owner around the corner who supports 4 children was told not only to close, but threatened with fines if they stayed open. In San Diego County, America's finest city.
Wow. Here now to talk more about that speech is Melissa O'Connor herself. Melissa, good to see you.
Hey, Ginger, how are you?
Wow, I am great. I tell you what, there's so much I love about this speech because you're clearly passionate, but your kids as well. You're there dripping with children, trying to speak up for what is going wrong in your community as you see it. I know that speech was Tuesday. You've made national news. What has the response been like?
Honestly, I think that's an amazing question to lead with, Ginger, because the response has been overwhelming that people support this message. We, the people. And, you know, this conversation would be different a year ago. It's been a very devastating time for a lot of people in so many different ways. But we're to a place where we have this beautiful thing called perspective, and that is such a gift. And we shouldn't throw that gift away. And so, honestly, you know, I have people in my friends and family unit that don't agree with this message, and that's okay because they can continue to do whatever they want to make themselves feel safe. But I'm from Georgia. I've had so many people say, we feel this way. That's what we want. And if I could just, you know, in my message, I said, I do not consent. This beautiful country is about the consent of the governed. So we have these mandates, they're unlawful and they violate our Constitution. We never collectively said, okay, here's the risk, here's the benefit, we're gonna vote on this. Like our Board of Supervisors and our public health department they've gone like tyranny crazy. And I'm comfortable saying enough is enough. I am okay to speak up on behalf of so many friends I have with kids. I'm not speaking for myself. These are conversations I've been having since last year. So I can say that with confidence. And my plea to anybody who's listening is to just speak up. If you go to the board meeting, the next one is going to be August 17th. You can meet at the county supervisor's building. I think that's what it's called. Now I'm embarrassed. Down by Harbor Drive, Pacific Highway in downtown San Diego. And Reopen San Diego is hosting a rally, and they have all the steps in place to give you the tools to speak for 2 minutes in front of the board. I wrote my speech while I was on my picnic table in the backyard, and my 8-year-old was playing like Pokemon, and we were talking about it. And I was nervous writing my speech, and I was terrified to speak in front of them. But when I had my kids standing there, and I thought about the last year and how I am done with this, unfortunately, I let loose.
Well, I think you were due, but let me tell you, the takeaway that I got from your speech wasn't that you were making decisions for everyone. My takeaway was you want us to have the right to decide what is best for ourselves and especially our children. So at least that was my takeaway from hearing what you said. As far as the impact with your children, you know, stepping out and being so bold, because I mean, let's face it, we live in a day and age of cancel culture. So
yeah.
speaking out on behalf of your children for what is good for you and right for you and right for your family, what do you think you're ultimately teaching them?
I am showing them that you can overcome your fears when you're an adult. You're not a perfect person. And I'm teaching them about government. I'm teaching them about our sovereign rights given to us by God, not our board of supervisors. And I'm showing them how you hold your elected officials accountable. There have been so many people that have bravely spoken up with this message. I don't understand why our board is ignoring us. So that doesn't make sense to me. That I moved here from Atlanta. I love San Diego with all my heart. This is the coolest place to live in all of America. Like, I want to give my resources, my time, my love, my energy. I want to give this county everything I have. So it's worth fighting for.
Yeah, I think that's a key point that you just made, because you're fighting for this city, this community, this county, rather than walking away like so many Californians are. How do folks need to step up and speak out? Because, I mean, look at, they're speaking at the polls, and we've got a super majority in the city council. We got a super majority on the board of supervisors. Sacramento is very clearly run by all Democrats. So, you know, how do you want to initiate any kind of change with that kind of leadership?
Well, Ginger, first, I think there's something called perception. The perception in California is that there is not a large majority of people that think the same, and that is a lie. Californians love living here. They love their families. They want to have affordable cost of living. They want to serve their communities, get homeless individuals off the streets, like support, you know, whatever school system they're a part of. And so I have heard a little bit of that, you know, Californians feel defeated. If you compare our state to the rest of the country, like I call it the COVID response. It has been so different. I have best friends in Texas, Colorado, North Carolina, and we love comparing what's going on. And California has had it tough.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. So many of my friends say, you can't be serious. That's not what's going on. All right, I'm curious really quickly, where are the kids?
My kids are with my amazing, wonderful, sweet husband who cleaned the whole space behind us. There are goldfish all over the floor and rice, but he took them to Chipotle because the rice can fall on Chipotle's ground and not my kitchen floor.
I just love it. Parenting, family, mom, husband, wife goals. We're seeing it all right here with Melissa. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for not being too afraid to speak out. Go on and go bold.
Thank you.
All right, take care.